So we always need to watch our daily assumptions, right? Our identity, right? Because everything is formed in the conscious world first, and then it's manifested in the 3D, right? So, okay, let's take someone making 500 a week, right? They might have assumptions, right? Of when they're paying their bills, like, right? They have to budget, okay, this is how much money I have, which, granted, yes, we should go to work, we should budget. We don't want to do anything irresponsible, right? But now that person is in the assumption of their budget, like, okay, I get this much and this much and this much. And they kind of just cap it at that sometimes, right? Or they see their paycheck and, okay, well, that's what I made. They're not letting their conscious mind think beyond what they have right now, right? They're kind of in the identity, in the storyline. What's their movie? Their movie is someone who makes 500 a week, right? They've kind of boxed themselves in, right? They know they're getting 500 a week. They know these bills are coming up, right? But let's break that down. All of that is just assumptions, right? They're just assuming these things. And we know that assumptions create our reality. That's the feeling is the secret, is the feeling is the knowing, right? So what could this person do to unbox themselves from this situation, this financial situation of, okay, this is how much I make, these are the bills, this is, all these things? Well, okay, first of all, they're assuming that they're just making 500 a week, right? They're knowing and assuming and having thoughts, aka they're imagining this reality over. They're almost like they're like in a loop, right? You go to work, you get paid. They're in a little thought loop. So now, how about they break out of that? Now, maybe they can start consciously affirming, right? Like, let's change our thoughts. Let's affirm that and confess that, okay, I make more money than I could hope for. Affirming, okay, I make, okay, $1,000 a week. I receive unexpected money. Maybe they want to, wish for 1K or something like that. But they're kind of in this cycle of just knowing, it's so repetitive, it's so consistent, but it's consistent and repetitive, but it's not what they want, right? They're in that loop. So break the cycle, start assuming, affirming, start knowing that they are wealthy, right? Start being someone who assumes that good things are happening, that they get raises, that they get the job of their dreams, right? Instead of putting the energy towards keeping the easy route mentally, right? Just consistently being in this bubble. Now use the knowing, okay, I know good things are coming our way. Start and speak it forth, right? Think about the creation process. God imagined the world he wanted and then he spoke it forth, right? So this is the creation process that we can mimic. We start imagining what we want and we speak it forth. And the more we do it, right, it shows up in the 3D. We never see it in the 3D first. We always see it in our minds. And then it happens, right? So we're never relying, and that's the trick, this person is assuming, right? They're in this box of assuming the average life because they keep seeing the average results, right? So it's almost like this cycle. So break out of the cycle, start assuming, start affirming, use manifesting tricks, but know you're enough, assume it, be it, right? And let it go. This last step's important, but don't worry. Don't focus on how, right? Don't worry. Don't focus on it. Don't try to force it to happen. Don't strive, right? Just be it. Start practicing being it be it in your consciousness, right? I always have more than enough money. I always have more than anything that I can dream of. It is safe for me to have money, right? So I just wanted to come in here and, just be aware of the assumptions you have. And there's some things that we just assume and know that, okay, we're not even thinking about, but maybe instead of assuming and knowing that, we can accept the reality we're in, but now we need to start pushing higher, right? Break out of that box and that cycle that society puts us in, right? That our government puts us in, and start knowing, assumptions and imaginations are, they're free for us to use. So start using that and start assuming good things, start planting seeds, and don't be so rigid about it having to happen a certain way, right? You just want to be in the being and the knowingness of your I am already being it, right? Right? Shift from the cycle of relying on the 3D to tell you who you are, and now boldly assume your desires and start changing your thinking, change your awareness, right? So I just wanted to come here and, just be aware of when a thought comes in, what reality is it? And is it a thought you have to think, or can you drop it? And can you start thinking in your favor? Well, anyways, I hope this helped. Thank you so much.